You know what I really don't like about Linux? That even if proprietary software is available, it doesn't get released the right way. What do I mean by that? Last week I upgraded to Fedora 38 and the whole process was completely painless. It even automatically removed unsupported dependencies and reinstalled the correct ones. But even before the update, I've already had some doubts about one special little program working. A program that I already had a fair share of problems with and also performs vastly different depending on the distribution. And of course it had to be Davinci Resolve. So let's take a look at what happened and why proprietary software vendors often make some really odd choices. But first I'd like to remind you that you don't forget to give this video a like and also subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Alright, so why are we talking about Davinci Resolve again? Well, that's because it just isn't working on Fedora 38. Like, at all, because of some broken dependencies or broken packages. And up until now, there seemingly is no real definitive way to solve this issue, and I'll either just have to wait until it works again, downgrade back to Fedora 37, or use it on Windows. All of these options are not really appealing, to be honest. Davinci Resolve is a prime example on how you shouldn't release a program on Linux. The funny thing is that Resolve is massive on Linux, because it comes with a lot of packages and dependencies. But the thing is, it's not closely all of them. On most Linux distributions, after installing Resolve, there still are not all dependencies installed. And that kind of raises the question, why? Why do they even bother adding generic dependencies if they don't include all of them? Why don't they just make a list of all the necessary tools and release it more lightweight? Or why don't they just include all of them in the first place? Now, many proprietary solutions like Resolve, the AMD Pro driver, or for some reason even Steam if you were to download it from the website, don't do that by the way, often only provide support for very specific distributions. But then again, they do include dependencies in the installer, so why the heck don't they just use Flatpak? Oh yeah, we only want to support one specific distribution and not focus on all of them. Yeah. The thing is that these distributions also get updates, and it would basically be the same amount of effort to just develop for Flatpak instead. And why not? You know, okay, you can buy Resolve and get a lot more features, and maybe that's one reason why they don't release it on FlatHub. But they could also just use app images instead. Whatever works, but the current solutions are bad. I'm sorry. Now, I know that proprietary software vendors like Blackmagic would probably justify their decisions with stuff like it's for production and data center use, which could use their approach with CentOS or RockyOS. But that is not an option for startups or content creators, because I don't have a separate PC or a VM with a dedicated graphics card. But I don't want to just shame Blackmagic here, because there are many different companies that pull off the same move. It's better than nothing, don't get me wrong. But it is frustrating that you basically need your own dedicated operating system just to run one program. And I don't understand how that is more efficient to them than just using a centralized packaging format. Like, I know, standardization on Linux and if it's good or bad is its whole own topic. But we do need some sort of it. At least for proprietary programs, because believe it or not, there often is no easy way to substitute. I need Davinci Resolve for my videos. If I were to use Kdenlive, then for some edits I would also need Blender. And as soon as you need two different programs which don't integrate nicely with each other, then it's just inconvenient and added up will often take up more time than just troubleshooting programs that have issues. Let me say that there is a reason on why many prefer Adobe products. If they run stable, then fast switching between them is easy. And that's something that open source programs often fail to truly achieve. I mean, we're still fighting over packaging formats. Now, there are exceptions of course, but it's not the norm. And to be honest, I don't mind proprietary programs on Linux. Why? Because most of them cost money anyway, and also if they were to pull off some shady stuff, then it is way easier to swap solutions than on, let's say, Windows. I really like it that Linux desktop environments have software centers nowadays, because they allow for advertising programs that you probably won't find that easy otherwise. And yeah, that's it. I don't like it that I have to troubleshoot programs because of missing dependencies that might or might not come with the program. I don't like it that I basically would have to run a dedicated machine just for Davinci Resolve. And I don't like it that some software is not packaged in the way that I would need it. So please release your software the right way, because nowadays it has never been easier to do so. But anyway, what are your opinions on this matter? Do you also have problems installing certain software, or are you strictly refusing to use them at all? Please let me know down in the comments. Oh, and while you're on the way down there, please make also sure to give this video a like and also subscribe to the channel. If you are still not sure yet, then maybe you wanna watch this video next. And all that's left to say now is good morning, good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are. I'll see you around.